Hello, Angel. Cool. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm just going to fire up YouTube. Bullish Bears Dan. All right. Let me just fire up YouTube. And give it 1 second. Here we go. We are live. So we're going to build a watch list. All right, everybody. Let's build the watch list for tomorrow. Let's get into it. We're going to do the day trade watch list and swing trade. You'll see I'm starting a little bit earlier here, so I'll give you guys a little bit of the psychology of what we're looking for. See if maybe we can find any potential good trade alert setups for tomorrow. And we will keep an eye. Hello, Bamboo Kai. How's it going? All right, so let's pull up the futures right over here and take a look and see what's going on. All right, so we have a daily chart of the futures right now set up, and you can see kind of right now a doji type of candle. This may be setting up for a potential star pattern, maybe a potential evening star. Again, when a stock breaks resistance, it then becomes support. So you got to watch and see as it's breaking out resistance. It's now retesting. So if you're bullish, you'd like to see these moving average lines cross over, push price up and continue up. If you want to go bearish on the market, you would like to see a potential star or reversal pattern here and see it fail support. So right now you can see when you get a doji type of candle like this, that creates indecision. Once you have indecision, that affects stocks. So usually on days like today, it could make it a little bit of a challenge to build a watch list for tomorrow. So we shall see. We'll take a look and see what we've got here and tell you guys what we are looking for. If you guys are following us, you'll see right over on our website here at bullishbears.com. Each night we do post our watch lists right here. So we post our day trade watch list every single day here. We have a mix of our penny stocks and some kind of like medium to higher float ones as well. So we do a mix. That's every day, as well as several times a week. We do our trade alert or our swing trade watch list here. So this is updated several times a week, and then our day trade or swing or day trade / penny stock watch list is updated daily. Also, too, if you've been around or new for a while, make sure you read our trade alerts here. We have 2 different types of trade alerts to help our community members. We have our long-standing trade alert setups. Those have been around for a while now, for a couple years, where we map out, which I'm going to show you in this video here, key support and resistance levels for breakouts or breakdowns. And those are going to be ones that you decide if you're going to take the trade yourself. And now we also just launched about last week sometime a real-time trade alerts. So this is for people that want to follow along with our larger cap trades. Again, we are not penny stock pumpers. We do not pump and dump on you. We are a legit community. We're not trying to build our brokerage accounts based on our members' backs, so we are not going to be pumping and dumping to you. So when you follow our real-time trade alerts, these are legit larger cap stocks where you can follow our options alerts that we use, as well as if you want to trade shares of a stock, you could do that as well. So just want to draw your attention here. When I do the watch list and when Angel does, we post them right up over in here daily. And then for members, you would just log in right here. You'll see our trade alert setups right here. And then you'll see the instructions on how to receive our real-time alerts right here. All right, so let's get into it here. I see Bamboo Kai says, I see you use TOS. Do you know how to put shares, float, and volume on the chart? Yes. So right over here, shares right here. It's not really float. It's like float. It's shares outstanding. Typically, this number right here is a little bit higher than float. So that's why I always use this as a guide. So if you see, 19 million, this is probably 15 or 16 million. So it's actually a really good guide. You just go right over here to this toggle wheel right here, click customize, and then you would just type in here shares, and then boom, click on it, add item, and that's how you add it on. Same thing with volume. Type in volume over here to the left, add it, and that's how you get it on. So, I don't even have to look up float. I just use Thinkorswim shares, and it's just super simple guide to go off of. Awesome. Dan just posted a real, he said he posted a fresh alert. I'm taking that would be a real-time and actionable trade alert. Awesome. So, all right. So, guys, so here we go. Potential, we always like to say the word potentially. Potential reversal. We got to watch and see. Is it going to continue up? So you can see if you draw your trend lines right here, you can kind of see it's kind of, you know, in this channel right here. So you can see, is price going to stay in here, or is it going to hit resistance and fail? It's kind of a, Dan, would you consider that like a megaphone pattern? Or maybe I hit the trend line wrong. Maybe I could just kind of, this is where, again, we love Trend Spider. That's a tool we love to use. Trend Spider does all these lines automatically for you. So if you're on our website, you're welcome, Bamboo. If you head over to our website, bullishbears.com, you'll see right up here we have Trend Spider, which is a tool that automates all these trend lines for you. I just get in the habit of doing them myself, but Dan's going to break me down into doing Trend Spider and getting that all set up for you guys automatically. So we absolutely love Trend Spider. So let's get into it. NBY. So this is one that we were looking at, or I was showing you guys in the pre-market this morning. And look at that. So here's the lines. I haven't touched it since the pre-market, haven't looked at it. You'll see this morning I was showing you guys right here, it gapped up pre-market, pulled back down, and you kind of had this like symmetrical triangle-ish or pennant-ish pattern here. And you'll see at open, when I was showing you guys about first 15 minutes or so in the market, I was showing you guys this. If you go back and watch the replay today on our YouTube, you'll see we were looking at it this area and it just kind of faded, right? Then I ended the stream and went about my day, did some stuff for the business. And as you guys can see, right, it kind of went right afterwards, right around 10:25. And here you go. It breaks above pre-market high right at 131. If you pull up a 1 minute chart, you'll see right here. Let's go back and see where it broke. Right over in, let's see, right over here. It breaks out right around that 1031 range. And you'll see, right, it goes, it breaks out, retests a little bit, forms that pattern, boom, takes off a little bit, comes back down, goes and forms that U pattern, and then it breaks out again right around that 175 level, went up, and then it formed that good old FU pattern. Take your knuckles, right? Flick off the screen right here, put your big middle finger. That's a FU pattern, just as what you think I'm saying. That's what it is, or otherwise known as a head and shoulders pattern. These patterns happen over and over again on a daily basis. All right, so that being said, are we going to put NBY on the watch list? Typically, when a stock pumps up like this, I typically don't like, you know, I like to see it hold its highs. However, you know, many times when a stock really breaks out like this, it might have a sympathy day or a second day afterwards. So for right now, all I'm trying to do is build a guide. I like to weed this down towards 4 o'clock or near the bell. So I'm going to see if there's anything to look at potentially before the bell right now. So we're going to put it as a guide here, and then we'll take a look at it a few minutes beforehand and see if it's something we're going to keep on. So I'm going to kind of breeze through right now and see. This is like what I like to see right here. Stocks holding their highs, getting above moving average lines with room to go. So HCR will definitely be, as of right now, one that we will take or keep an eye on. Jubby Money says he can't hear when I talk. You guys can hear me in the trade room, right? If you guys are in, yes. All right, so he's probably got to work on his audio. All right, MHLD. All right, so here's another one we potentially look at right here, holding its highs. Doesn't mean I'm going to put it on right now. I like to see something like this, moving average lines pinching, maybe holding its highs for a potential break of a whole dollar amount, especially those $1 breaks. So as of right now, I will show you how I put the alerts on once the bell closes. I'm just, again, kind of building an eye on it right now. So this is what we're doing. We're looking for stocks that hold their highs on the day for a potential breakout to either break out on the daily, or, you know, it's got either a pattern breakout, a whole dollar breakout, or, you know, stocks that are going up to maybe fill a gap. So far, these are ones that I'd be looking at. Let's take a look at ONVO. So this is where something like this, I try to avoid when it's caught in between moving average lines. It's a little bit messy and garbled. I like to say garbaccio. That's a little bit of garbaccio that I don't like right now, so I probably wouldn't put that one on the list. So Crm D, this is one I would look at. I don't like how it's near that 50 SMA, but I like how it's holding its highs. So for right now, we're just going to put it on for right now, and then I might weed it off before closing or before the bell. IDEX. I do not like spinning tops or high wave type of candle setup, so I'm not going to put that one on the list. CVM. Not liking that one. That's, as of right now, it's kind of popped up. It got right above that $6 amount. Now it's pulled down and it's caught between moving average lines, so I'm not a really big fan of that either. BLCM. So this one may be holding its highs. It does have kind of a cup and handle-ish pattern forming. This candle's a bit of a mess right here, so this can affect over to the right. I would like to see this one, if it closes near like the 20 up near here where it might get above it, that would be one I would maybe potentially watch for. You do have this morning star pattern. I just personally like to see it get above the moving average lines. So if you're new and you're watching this and you're like, wow, this is a lot of information, I don't understand what he's saying, we have lots of resources on our website. We have several $1,000s worth of free courses to help you. We also have a couple trade rooms. We have our day trade and swing trade room where we talk about this stuff every single day. So if you're new, don't expect for this stuff to just hit you overnight. It takes a long time, lots of months of studying and practicing. So that's why we have a whole community of support and resources to help you take our courses. And then when you're learning, take what you learn in our courses, practice in our trade rooms, ask questions. We have lots of great mods and community members that like to help each other out. And, you know, practice in a paper trading account until you feel comfortable. These patterns, this will take you several months and, you know, several thousand charts for them to just kind of jump out at you. When I'm seeing this pattern here, this is an evening star pattern. This is one of, you know, there's probably good 50, 60 patterns that are super popular. You know, these start to show and pop out at you over time once you look at enough charts, but it takes practicing and learning and putting the effort in to get there. So again, if you're new and it's taking you some time, you know, it's normal. Watch our videos, study them, practice, and again, don't trade with real money until you feel comfortable after paper trading for several months. All right, so this one, I don't know, BLCM, I don't know if I don't think I'm going to put that one on for now. AVCO. So this is one that's I would potentially look at because it may be looking to set up underneath that $half amount potentially. If it can get above that 20 EMA, that red line, then it has a chance to break out, and you can see there is a gap on a daily that may want to get filled at some point. So there is a daily gap that may want to fill. It looks like it's trying to hold its highs on the day. It might be looking to break that $half amount of like that 250-ish level on here. And if it can break out, it has a chance to run potentially up towards that gap. So that is what I'm looking for. I'm definitely going to put that one on there for right now. And let's see here. So AVDL would typically be one that I would put on, but then I don't like how, or again, this is 3 green days, so that's where you got to be careful after 3 green days and overextended, so I might discount it. However, there is a gap on the daily right here between $2.70 and $3 that may want to fill. So that's where I would be aware of that gap right here. So that may want to go, if it can break above that 200 SMA, this might want to pop up, fill that gap before it either dumps or continues. So This is one that's kind of an in-between. I'm going to put it on for right now. We'll take a look at it towards the end of the bell. AVDL. Some stock already ATB, but how can I locate HTB for short? Bamboo Kai, you got a TD. They suck for shorting, to be honest with you. Unless it's ETB for TD Ameritrade, it's pretty much I'd only short anything that's ETB if you want to be safe. HTB, NTB, they're terrible. Thinkorswim for shorting. They're a phenomenal broker overall. Terrible for shorting. So, you know, a broker like Interactive Brokers, you might want to take a look at them for shorting. All right, let's take a look. BLCM. Caught between the move. Oh, that's, yeah, see, these are keep moving up. Since the market's open, it's keep messing with my watch list right now. Don't like, it's got a lot to contend with in the pre-market over here. It could still move up, but I don't know if I like that one right now. Good old Naked, NAKD, AMRS. So ARMS I don't really like. However, be aware that you can see a pattern of a left shoulder head, right shoulder, inverse head and shoulders. So this one maybe, but then you can see right here, it has a head and shoulders right here intraday with a bigger overall inverse head and shoulders. So this is one of those ones that could go either way. I'd like to see it holding its highs up top here. So this is one that could be iffy. So for right now, I don't love it, but I might keep it on just to see at the end of the bell, see if it gets a rush. So we'll take a look. KOD, kind of a little bit overextended right now, so I don't think I'm going to put that one on. Caught between the moving average lines with DTEA. Kind of has a high wave candle-ish on this FSI, so I'm not a fan of that. DRIO, caught between the moving average lines, so I don't like that. AFH kind of has a, it's kind of, look at that. That one just pumped and dumped right back down. So I'm not going to look at that one. Now, Kirk, this is a possible one to look at because this one's just getting buried, oversold, might be doing a morning star pattern potentially. So this is one I would keep on for a possible selling off, for a possible reversal. It's oversold. Buyers might want to come in. So I'm going to keep an eye on Kirk. And Mr. Servon18 says, do you have a video on how you set up your Thinkorswim charts and indicators? Great question. Yes, we do. We have several of them on our website. Go to bullishbears.com, start your free membership, and get your access to your free courses here today. Put in your name and your email. You'll get a login. Once you log in up here, you can come up here and take our free Thinkorswim course as well as our thousands of free other courses over here. Just you get your login, log in, and take our courses right there. We explain all our moving averages in there, but typically I use the 9 and the 20 EMA and the 50 and the 200 SMA. If you use the 9, if you don't want to use the 9 and the 20 EMA, you could use the 13 instead, which is kind of a middle. And then I like the 50 and the 200 SMA. All right. So just want to see, I want to see if I can get a couple more potential to look at before the bell. Maybe come back. There is a few over here. Let's look at some of the larger cap ones. See if there's any decent setups. And then we'll put the alerts on afterwards. All right. Tesla. Don't like that setup. Baba. Remember, these larger caps, they run with the market. So when you have a doji that might be forming on the daily, it's a little bit tougher. This is what you get, right? Stuff like this. Kind of a big, spinning top or high wave candle in the middle of moving average lines. You'll see that a lot with some of these larger cap stocks. So I try to typically avoid that. You can see kind of a spinning top doji candle here on AMD up top. I like clear cut ones. If you guys have followed our trade alerts, they fire off close to 90% each week. So you'll see the alert setups that we do for both our day trade and our swing trade ones. They fire off like crazy. So that's why you won't see us putting junk on our watch list with our alerts. We're trying to find you the best setups, and that's why we don't always put just stuff randomly on the list. We try to avoid stuff like this, caught up between moving average lines with these spinning top high wave candles. So you guys can see right here, first 5 stocks, lots of indecision between moving average lines because remember, just like I was showing you at the beginning of this stream, here's the futures. Stocks run with the market. Where is price action right now? It's in the middle of this kind of rising wedge-ish or this rising channel, touching support, caught between support and resistance, hitting angular resistance. So it's creating this indecision, which then again affects stocks. All right, so NVIDIA, that one right there has a shooting star pattern at resistance, so be careful of a possible reversal on that one. Intel, this one kind of has an invert or a head and shoulders / descending triangle. What's up, Tony? PRBV. Did I say that one already? PRBV. That was one from earlier today. PRV. BV. PB. Was that PBRV? PRVB? PB. Let me see. PBRV. Was that the one? PRBV. What the hell? I remember seeing that this morning. Which one was that? So now, guys, here's a little plug for you guys. So now I can't find the symbol that Tony's talking about, but guess what? We posted Trade Ideas Gappers. Every morning we post our watch list at night and our Trade Ideas Gappers here. So let's go see what we posted earlier. Look at that. PRVB. Right? So why was I just hitting PRVB? Maybe I put it in there. Oh, PRV. Man, that's a tongue twister. Here we go. My bad. You were right, Tone. Yeah, so I don't know. I try to again, after it's broken out and you got this crazy wick right here, it's just a whole bunch of garbage. I mean, the thing pumped up to $22. Now it's down at 15. It's all over the place. It could run again. I try to keep you away from the mess, ideally. So I don't think I'm going to put that one on right now. Let's try a couple more minutes here. See if I can get anything to potentially look at the end of the bell. Let me get 5 more minutes or so to see if there's any setups for larger cap stocks. I'm not seeing any at the moment. This one, IBM, may be one potential. I don't like the price action right now, but you might see a left shoulder ahead, possible crosses over. You might be forming a potential inverse head and shoulders. Has some room up to that 137-ish range. Let's take a look at the hourly. It's above the moving average lines on the hourly. Kind of has an inverse head and shoulders-ish. I don't love it, but it's one I would maybe keep an eye on. So we'll maybe keep an eye on it. I don't know if I'll put it on the watch list for tomorrow, but again, kind of an inverse head and shoulders, kind of a left shoulder ahead, a right shoulder neckline. If it can break above that 135, has some room up to that 137 range. It is right above the moving average lines on the hourly. A little bit messy on the daily. But you can see head, left shoulder, might have some room for a couple dollars or so. So IBM may be one to potentially watch. JD says Visa. Let me take a look at Visa. Visa might be setting up a reversal down. It's a bit overextended at all-time highs. It could still continue going up, but remember, there's no overhead resistance. So many times when they get overextended, they want to pull back. So Visa might be a potential might be forming a star pattern for a reversal downwards because it's a bit overextended. So I'd look at Visa, and you can see it might be starting to roll over here on the intraday. So maybe watch out for Visa to potentially reverse. So as you guys can see so far from this video, right, I'm not really putting anything on these larger cap stocks. Remember, they run with the market. The market's in indecision mode. Penny stocks, sometimes you can get a little bit more plays because those are just kind of quick pump and dump. You're scalping, you're getting in, getting out. They're not playing by the same rules as many of these larger cap stocks. So many times that's why you won't get as much of the clear cut patterns. You'll just see a lot of the pump up for a day or two and then dump back down. So that's where, you know, it's just a little bit more difficult to build a larger cap list. And you can see everything is just kind of all over. This is a double bottom pattern, maybe setting up for Cisco for a possible double bottom break. I'd like to see it holding its highs a little bit more. So not loving it. CVX, no. Let's look at Target. Or this is Visa again. Yeah, just keep an eye on Visa. If you guys are looking for a quick day play, not saying it won't go up long term, you got to keep an eye. It might be doing a rising, kind of a, just be aware it might be forming possibly, you got to watch at the end, maybe a possible hanging man or star pattern for a reversal. So many times they'll break out. You'll have a few green days, then they'll pull back. Maybe it'll form a bull flag potentially, let this moving average line catch up and push price up. Right now, it's just giving you a warning sign for a potential reversal. No, it's looking at Pfizer, J&J. Let's flip it and go to some of the ones that are selling off. Let's take a look at some ones that are bearish, maybe if there's a play. Netflix, no. Nasty looking candle on United Technologies, bearish candle. Bed Bath & Beyond, not looking so hot. Yeah, you guys can see there's some nasty looking setups here on the daily. These are just, they're all taking a bath right now. Don't think we're going to have anything for the swing trade watch list. So again, so look at something like Visa, and you see all these patterns are all bearish. Not saying Visa won't pop again, but there's so many warning signs on reversals right now. So, you know, that's where, again, with swing trading, sometimes if the market's kind of in indecision mode, a swing trade might be a quick, you know, it turned into a day trade or a day hold. You might not be able to play things, you know, a week or two out. But then there's other strategies like iron condors and stuff. So that's why, guys, you can subscribe to our real-time alerts. We have Dan in there, Tim, as well as Signet or Mike calling out trades and different types of strategies. So there's so many different ways to trade the market. When we're doing the alert setups in this, I'm just trying to show you guys these. These are quick hits potentially. So we're looking for quick breakouts when we're doing the alert setups. So that's kind of the strategy I'm trying to show you guys in these videos. Something that's going to break out, you know, ideally pretty quickly within a, you know, couple days or so. Jenny says RTN. Let's take a look. Raytheon. So this one broke out, and now, so you can see it broke out of this right around that 189 level. Broke out of 189, coming back, and now it's failing 189. Not looking so hot at the moment. There you go. See that pump way up to $205 and then all the way back down to $187. Gotta be careful of that. What's up, Laura? How you doing? I love all your emojis. You got the waving shamrocks in the air. Love it. Hand claps. All right. So guys, as far as swing trade watch list, it seems like whenever I do it lately, I get the crappy setups. Angel's been doing an awesome job. So it's between usually Angel and I do the watch list for you guys. And if you guys watch over on our website here, you'll see right up over in here, you can see if you go to our blog, we have our weekly results here. And let's see, let's do a test. Let's see how we're doing over here on our alert setups. Let's see if we're having a good week or a bad week. All right, 90% triggered here. Let's take a look at previous week. Over here. 83. So that's actually a bit of a challenging week for us. So even on a bad week for us, we still had 83% of our alerts trigger. So again, some of them trigger better than others, but this is why, you know, again, if you're new, you take our watch list, you take the alerts. These are the setups right here that we post for those that want to follow our setups right over on our website up here. And you'll see, you know, once you take our courses, you know, support resistance. These are the ones that you would trade yourself. And then once you feel comfortable, again, if you take our real trade alerts, please do not copy or follow the alerts that we send out, real-time alerts, unless you know how to trade. Don't be lazy. Make sure you take the time in and learn. You know, we're not, again, a pump and dump service. So trading is hard. It takes time to learn. If you think you're going to get rich, just blindly following people's trade alerts, you're not. That's not the way to do it. We use them as a guide. We're here to teach you and help you to become a better trader. Don't be lazy. We're going to give you a hand up, not a handout. That's what we like to say in our community. We're all about giving people a hand up, not a handout. So we're going to teach you, but it's up to you. If you're new, you got to put in the hard work, right? So there you go. A little bit of tough love for you today. All right. So at this point, oh, Laura says, now just meditating and watching the rain in New York City. Yeah, it's a little bit gloomy here in Connecticut here right now. So I heard there's a helicopter crash in New York City today. That's not good. On the top of a roof, right? Are you near that helicopter crash, Laura? All right, so let's start to weed down here. So now, a few minutes before the opening bell, you got to be very careful, guys. If you were to think about swing trading a penny stock, you have to be very careful with these, right? We're not huge fans of swing trading penny stocks, but if you are, or you were going to, you know, looking towards the end of the bell for something that might pop up, or you can, you know, sell the pop off pre-market tomorrow or right when the market opens, that's where you're a little bit, I don't want to say it's safer, but it's not safe to do, you know? Yeah, I saw it on Twitter. I saw something about a helicopter crash there. So NBY, this would be a little too risky for me. I wouldn't look at something like this, especially with everybody staring at it. But let's see if there's another one that I might potentially look at. You know, HCR. It's near resistance around 260. That could go either way. Let's look at a couple of these other ones. MHLD. So these are ones I'm still going to put some of them on the watch list. I'm just trying to see if there's anything that might be a decent one to look at the bell, or look at that you would potentially consider. These ones are all a little bit risky to me. I would look at something like, yeah, this one's, yeah. I like a little bit more of the setup here, but it's a little bit, it's bearish here on the 5 minute. So it could go either way though. Like, yeah, it's stuck in between the moving average lines. So at this point, guys, I'm going to put the alerts on. I'll wait 4 minutes to the bell, and then I'll set the alert levels. But at this point, not really great setups. These are ones I would just pretty much wait till tomorrow at the bell. I'll probably weed down a couple of these off the list and see. Sometimes you get a really good setup at the close if the market's looking good, where you might consider taking one that might potentially break out. But again, market's in indecision mode right now, so you got to be very careful. All right. Let's see here. I might take one last look before the bell closes and see if anything else pops up over here. Yeah, Greenwich is a nice area, Laura. You go once a month. Grace Farms and Glass House. What is that place? Tony B. Green says BKS. Let me take a look. Yeah, so this one's I see why you're looking. This one when it broke out, it's going a little bit crazy. I try to avoid these for you guys because you can see it's very overextended. It's already broken out. Doesn't mean it can't continue up, but I try to get you guys in before the breakout or when the setup's there. I try to avoid way out here because this is where it's, you know, gets a little bit riskier. You have to know how to trade these. Again, you can still trade these, but look, like this is just a nasty, nasty looking high wave candle before the bell. Good luck to you too, Laura. 2 more minutes and then I'll set these alerts. Let's take a look, one last look at IBM, see what. And it's a little bit too much indecision for me here with IBM, that spinning top candle. I'm probably not going to put it on the watch list. Oops. Yeah, too much indecision on these larger cap stocks today. All kind of caught up between moving average lines or at major resistance levels where they're rejecting. See that? All between moving average lines. Or rejecting or retesting, or you have these spinning top candles. See stuff like this. 3M has a shooting star right at the 20 EMA, caught between the moving average lines, bearish on the intraday setup. Lots of Garbaccio, everybody. 4 o'clock. Ding, ding, ding. All right. So, well, not going to be much on the, nothing for the swing trade watch list. Again, here's another setup on Microsoft. Here's your star pattern after several green days. You know, it looks like it's at all-time highs. This is a potential reversal. So, again, setups aren't that great for swing trading. So let's kind of just weed down the alerts. And here you guys go. Look at this. So I had set up the alerts. So this is the alerts that we had set up that I did this weekend for today. What day is it today? Monday? Today's Monday. These are the alert setups that I did this weekend for today. And you can see they all triggered. So that's 100% trigger rate. Now, are all of them good moves? No, not necessarily, right? But they're all, you know, they trigger off. That's why you got to know support resistance levels. But if you practice our alerts, if you're new, take these alerts. You'll see when I kind of move them over here. You know, you'll see. Actually, let me just show you over on the website. If you go to, actually, let's see here. Move this over here, right over in here. So here's our alert setups that were for today, and you'll see These are the alerts you'll see at or above the levels we're looking at, and this is the notes of what we're looking at. So if you're new, you can come in each day, and with our setups, you can just kind of look at, we show you the patterns we're looking at, where we're looking for the stock to potentially break out, and then we show, resistance levels, dollar amounts. Practice paper trading these, right? Input these alerts that you see here into your brokerage account. When they fire off, map out support and resistance levels. If you don't know how to do support and resistance, the great news again, come up here, create a free account, take our courses, learn about support and resistance. If you want to see it more real time, we do live streaming every single day here. So you can take our alert setups, put them into your brokerage account, and then come and join our day trading or swing trading room, depending which ones you want to trade. Ask questions, watch us do trading and mapping out support and resistance real time, and study and practice for several months. We all want to hit home runs. We all want to log in our brokerage account, see green, make a lot of money. But if you're new, that's going to take a long time to do that. You're going to have to do it for a few months. So, open an account with Thinkorswim or Interactive Brokers or whoever has a good, practice virtual account. Practice trading for months with virtual money until you become successful doing that, and then slowly scale your way up trading with real money. All right, so let's finalize the alerts and see what we're going to do for the watch list for tomorrow. Let's see. Typically I like to avoid stocks like this, but it is holding $3. It is a huge green day. There's not much to look at. When you have a big green day like this, many times you'll have a second day. So this one I will put right. Let's see here. Let's do this. Create alert at or above 310. So big volume or big breakout day, a bit overextended. Watch for possible continuation day with resistance around 350. So if you see a continuation day, so you can see a big breakout day right over here, stock broke out, it's a bit overextended. Look at the RSI, it's very overextended. Watch for possible continuation day with resistance around 350. So see if it can get above 350. All right, HCR. So this one here, I might keep on. You can see it's got some resistance right around that 259 level. It's right below 250. That's a little bit bearish here on the 5-minute. Let's take a look at the hourly. Maybe doing a cup pattern, may have kind of a possible pennant pattern-ish here. So we're going to see this is where it's a little bit iffy on the hourly and the 5-minute. Again, the setups are not going to be that great for tomorrow, but it may be setting up for a pattern here after maybe kind of a V bottom or an inverse head and shoulders or a possible cup and handle. And you can see if it can get above that 250, 260-ish level, it has some potential room up to that 50 SMA on the daily. And it just did complete a morning star pattern. So let's do this. You want to find these patterns. Very, very important. So morning star pattern on daily. Watch for possible continuation with resistance at 50 SMA. So morning star pattern on the daily chart. Watch for possible continuation. If it can break out, you can see some resistance at that 50 SMA, and also that $3 marker. MHLD. I might take that one off. I don't like that one there. Like that pattern that you have that kind of that long-legged doji-ish candle or right up there, a high wave candle. I'm not going to put that one on. Crm D. This one's a bit bearish. So this is caught right between the moving average lines. I'm not a big fan of that, so I'm going to remove that one. AVCO. This one's right near the moving average lines. I'm not a huge fan of that. Another possible morning star pattern. Let's take a look at the hourly. Maybe moving up on the hourly. You know, so let's see on the daily again. And there is a gap on the daily between 320 and 474. So normally I don't like these, but there is a possible gap. So let's say, let's do this. Morning star-ish pattern on daily. Watch if price can get above 250 and go into gap above $3 area. So the reason why I'm kind of considering this one is it's kind of closing above the 20 EMA. If it can get above 250 and clear this 260-ish area, there is the base of that gap. It may want to move up into there, so that's why I would put that one on there. I don't love it though, but what is that gap here? 265 to 313. Again, another one, 3 green days near resistance. This would potentially worry me. Again, setups are kind of crappy, but this is one that may want to get a quick pop and fill that gap around 309-ish area. So this is one where I would see if it gets the last pop out of it. So a bit overextended at resistance of 200 SMA. If it can get above, watch if it fills gap around 309. All right, AMRS. Yeah, I'm not really loving it. It still has that kind of the inverse head and shoulders there. So let's see if Kirk is one I'll take a look at. And I think I'm going to get rid of AMRS. Again, I'm not really liking many of these at all right now. It's just some indecision, so it's not the greatest. I like these types of patterns. I'm not really thrilled with this one, but I like seeing a reversal. You can see kind of a morning star pattern. If it can get above that 238 area, you can see some resistance at that 9 EMA. Maybe forming a cup and handle-ish pattern potentially. So 240 area, let's see. Morning star on daily. Watch if price can get above 240 area with resistance around 9 EMA. All right, so that would be Kirk. So guys, as you can see here, this is what trading is. It's building this every single day. This is your watch list, right? Some days are better than others. You can see today was a bunch of garbaccio for tomorrow. All this work, I'm showing you this, like the effort that it takes to do this every day, right? Today's a grind for tomorrow. I don't even really love any of these setups. That's why the good news, we have our watch list for tomorrow here, but that's why we also have trade ideas right over on our website over, let's see, right over here. So right here we post trade ideas gappers. So tomorrow, right now, it's a bit of a grind. But the good news is before 9:15, what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here, and you'll see we do the pre-market each morning. So watch our YouTube and look for the notification. You'll see we post a list here. So I'm going to come over tomorrow morning and see what tomorrow's top gappers are. And I'm going to do the same thing I just showed you here in this video tomorrow morning. And then I would look what's running on our watch list. And out of these 5, maybe 1 is decent, right? So then I would say, okay, at the bell, maybe I'd watch 1 of these 5 at the bell and watch 2 or 3 off of trade ideas and then see which ones are about to run. This is trading, being prepared every single day. So you can see this is about an hour video. It takes about an hour every single day to build a watch list. Now, the good news is we do all that work for you and we just post it on our website each day. So if you come over here each night, we post it right up here like I showed you, the day trading watch list. Right here, we update it every night by 9 p.m. You'll see right here, here was the watch list for today from the weekend. So I'm going to take today's and I'm going to replace it right over in here. But as you'll see, I'm not putting anything on the swing trade watch list for tomorrow. The setups aren't that good. But you'll see right over here, here was a swing trade watch list going into today. These are the 2 that we're looking at. So this is the watch list. We provide those for free to you. But if you become a member, we provide the alerts. The alert setups are what I just showed you in the video, all the alerts I just created. When they fire off, you can decide whether you want to take the trades or not. If you want to receive our real-time trade alerts, which are going to be different than these ones that we put on the watch list, you can just come up here, read about them up here, and subscribe. But we give you all the tools to really help you out, guys. If you're new, just come over, register for a free account, take our courses. We do offer a 14-day trial. If you want to try out our community, you can click the link below. There's a 14-day trial. Come join our trade rooms. And again, this is the daily process of trading, spending the time each night to be prepared for the following day. If you don't want to be prepared at night, again, we do have trade ideas in the morning. But we kind of just, again, offer both options for you guys because our trade alerts, you'll see they fire off about 90% on average a week. So a nice combination of our trade alert setups with our watch list with trade ideas is really going to help you, and then it's just doing this process every single day until it becomes, second nature to you. All right, guys, you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you all later. Enjoy.